All right, good evening. We are coming to you live from Belmont High School's Harris Field for the divisional matchup between the Belmont Marauders and the Watertown Raiders. I am Will Tisdale, and with me I have
Sean Goulding. Good evening, everybody. Not a great night for lacrosse. Little breezy, little damp, little cold.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were hoping for nicer playing conditions, but both teams have to play in it.
Checks are going to sting a little bit more tonight,
yeah.
I think.
Those hands might be a bit cold. Hopefully they're wearing some gloves and keeping warm.
Belmont comes into this game with a 1-3 record. Started off the season, lost a tough one at Andover, and then won a last-second matchup against Melrose after that.
Those are two great games. I mean, Andover, they started off a bit slow, came back in, probably won the second half of that match, played quite well, started becoming a little bit more cohesive, just could not claw their way back to get the win, but they made it within striking distance and made a really good Andover team nervous. I think Andover was right in the top 10 last year at the end of the season. Melrose, different story, I guess. Well, I guess similar story, but this time they did crawl back in. They were down, I think they were up 4-0 originally in the game, and then the game just got away from them.
Yeah.
And they found their way back, and with Sydney Munn's last second 8-meter shot, which was a wonderful shot, lower corner, they ended up pulling off a 15-14 win. Exciting win for the team. A little flat, though, against Bedford this past. Similar weather conditions, maybe a little wetter than in the Bedford games this past Saturday. I think a game coach wishes he had back.
Yeah, Bedford game, that was a rough first quarter. Belmont went down 7-0 at the end of the first quarter and then won the remaining 3 quarters, but couldn't make up the ground they had lost in the first.
Yeah, they were playing without their Division I commit, Neve Lesnick, for that game, and I think it probably, looking back at it, they probably looked at it and said they needed to formulate a game plan that was contingent upon the whole team not being there. So I think they just weren't ready for that transition. Came out as a result a little sluggish, and off we go. The draw is off.
And if I noticed correctly, I think we're without Neve tonight as well. She's nursing a hamstring injury.
Yep. Watertown in possession. Probably looking to slow it down early, stop moving it around, get warmed up.
And is that a flag down on the field?
It looks like it. And well defended.
That's Fiona right there, Rogers Cromartie. You'll see a lot of number 19 and number 16 on the defense. Fiona Rodriguez Clark, junior defenseman. Number 16, Captain Kira Healy, a senior. We've also got Captain Tyler Mayall, number 17, senior on defense. And it looks like number 14's in there on defense as well, senior defenseman Bailey Cumbo.
All right, so Brooke Whalen was tested early there, came up with a big save, almost an unencumbered attack there. So Watertown regains possession, and they're back to set it up again. I mean, there's times this defense is really, really well disciplined. They really kind of keep their shape. And, it's just, they just go through small spells here and there that just seem to kind of catch up to them. But otherwise, they're very experienced, really well disciplined. They know how to play this game. And here they are forcing Watertown from a deep threat way back out top again, forcing them to reset.
This defense also has some stars who can generate turnovers as well. Late in the Bedford game, we kept getting the ball back, but couldn't convert at the other end.
Rodriguez Clark especially, I think she had about four
I think she did.
4 interceptions late in that
passes,
game. Yeah, late in the game.
Picking up where she left off last season.
Again, Watertown practicing a lot of patience here. And here they come to net, and forced away. Another quick shot. Looks like Anna Santos is just forcing it. She's kind of, she's applying some defense, forcing her outside. Watertown once again has some regains possession, and looks like we have a potential turnover here. We finally got
go.
it. There we go. All right, Belmont possession for the first time this game.
That's Bailey Cumbo right there. Comes up with the ground ball.
Almost.
Looking back to Kira.
Kira to Brooke.
A little sloppy early in the game
sloppy,
here.
A little bit. Yep.
Here we go. Tyler Mayall's got the ball now, bringing it up on the clear. She'll look to run up the sideline, and she gets forced out of bounds.
Yeah, forced out of bounds, and to quickly transitions right into Clark. All right, a little bit of back pressure here. She calms her play. Gets it up top too, I believe.
That's Ruth Siegert, I believe. And then that's a shot right there from Natalie Marrow. Great 1-2 from the sophomore connection there. Ruth Siegert assisting sophomore Natalie Marrow on the score.
I think the quick transition was a big conversation, I think, probably in the last couple of days, looking to kind of transition nice and quickly there, take advantage of some open lanes, and they, instead of setting up, they went right down the throat. So, great result early in the game here. So it's 1-0 Belmont with just under 9 minutes left in the first quarter. And there's Natalie Marrow for the draw. Ref settles it.
You know, the draws were also a point of issue in the last game and the game against Westford. Belmont just had trouble controlling the draw.
Yeah, so here's Natalie. She gets it. Gets a quick call. Whoop, high.
Tyler's right there to Anna Santos. Belmont looks to settle it down and work it around. On attack, we've got junior Sydney Munn. We've got senior co-captain Charlotte Mayall, number 21. That's Maddie Tisdale, sophomore, passing it off there. And that was midfielder Ruth Siegert looking to drive. And
okay, Watertown with a quick transition here. Kira's there to kind of slow her down. Does a nice job, keeps her wide. A quick roll. Does she gonna get a shot off there? Nope, she gets it wide.
goes for a backhanded, misses the goal.
Yeah. That was a good look there for Watertown. Why not? You know, why not try it? It's early in the game. Again, up and over the shoulder. Watertown again for the rebound. I should say the missed shot to collect it. Again, looking for a look. Forced to go back out top. Good job by the defense. Rodriguez-Clark will look for the quick roll. Up.
They're going to call shooting space on Ruth Siegert there. I did not think that was a good call, but I almost never do.
You got to wonder about the shot from that angle to begin with, where Ruth was standing. So I'm with you there. Nice save.
Great save by Brooke.
And once again, we. Yep.
Not sure what that call is.
It looks like
was that an empty stick check?
It looked like that was the case.
All right, so Watertown once again will have a free possession from the 8-meter.
Goes for the open shot.
Great stick right there from Ruth. Maybe not Ruth. Nope, that was Kira Healy.
Yeah, it was Kira Healy. I mean, you would think you would take 1 or 2 shots, 1 or 2 steps to give yourself some separation there, yet she just chose just to wing it from there, you know? Looks like she had some space to take easily, you know? But a little bit of confidence early in the game.
That's a much higher percentage shot right there.
Right down the slot. Okay, that makes it 1-1 here in the first at 6:26 left in the first quarter.
You know, I got to say, just based on what I'm seeing so far, Belmont looks like the higher skilled team, but just can't get it settled. Watertown's rushing a lot of shots from bad angles, except for that last one right there. That was a nice drive over the top with a clear angle towards the goal.
I think Watertown's in the position where, you know, why not? You know, it's a tough night. It's a cold night. Let's just rush. No, let's just try to play this game. Let's take the game to them. There's no sense sitting back. Here we have Natalie Marrow here for the draw. Okay. Looks like it's still up for contention. No, who wants it? Watertown comes up with it. I mean,
playing a lot of defense early on.
Yeah, a lot of defense early on. I mean, the draw is haunting them early in this game already.
Yep. Oh, that's a great stick right
great
there.
Stick right there. And a little bit of an interruption. Still, Watertown maintains possession.
Tyler May all that time.
But you gotta get those secondary balls off that draw. And sometimes it's just a matter of using your body a little bit more, and sometimes even using your feet to kick the ball away from the pile. It creates some separation, but hopefully that's something they continue to work on. Okay. Another one. See, you know what? Again, they don't care, so why not? They're going for it. They're earning the calls, and they're getting nice opportunities down deep.
All right, looks like we're at the 12, so.
More than likely a pass, and
oof, that's a nice take. That's a nice take.
Yep, and then there's a quick turnover, and again, win the ball, ladies.
There we go. We got to get the ground balls.
All right, then, okay.
All right, it's going to be Belmont ball. No.
Yeah,
it's not.
She pointed in that direction.
That's
the
what
ref.
I thought, too.
Okay, a lot of confidence from Watertown early. A little bit of movement, some picks. Some doubling up, not a bad idea. And yet, opens up the lane.
Belmont's doing a good job covering Cutter's off ball. No one open yet.
Decides to reset. Okay, looks like that. All right,
All right, we'll take that.
This one.
I have no problem with that. Great save by Brooke.
Okay, this was another point of of issue the last couple of weeks. Is this quick transition?
I completely agree.
Right, Nora Golden comes all the way up from the
all the way down from the attack.
This is
she'll show us the wheels here.
Yep, she'll give us a little separation, just
down,
transition
Nora.
everything down. And okay, so let's see what we can do, ladies. Here, quick pass.
Maddie Tisdale open,
and there we go.
All right. That was Maddie Tisdale on the goal, assisted by Nora Golding. Nora Golding deserves a lot of credit for that entire clear. Brought it down herself, drew the defender, freed up Maddie for the shot. That was a beautiful play.
It was good to see her come back from the attack, and actually it gives her a little bit of space to work with. She's been playing a lot behind the net. She has great speed, and I think she can create a lot of separation, which she showed there. And the team kind of came together nicely at the end. She had 2 or 3 nice open lanes to pass to.
Yep.
But Maddie was the simple and easy, and she took it. And it's a great finish from the girls. So it's 2-1 Belmont right here, with 3:56 left in the first quarter.
I like what I'm seeing from Belmont on the attack, at least. When we've gotten the ball down there, we've been able to convert quickly. I think if we can settle and maintain possession, Belmont should be able to run away with this game. But
I think we can say that we were three times in their zone, and they came out with 2 goals out of 3 visits. That's actually pretty good percentages. I think most coaches would take that. I'm sure he hates to see the turnover. Another point of contention from the Bedford game. Some turnovers late in the game. Some of the stuff just gets to get cleaned up. And
we got to be a little more aggressive on these ground balls. Got to come up with the ground balls. All right, it looks like Coach OB stepped out of the huddle, letting the players take control themselves.
Letting the ladies handle it. They know what they need to do. There's a lot of experience in this team. Let's call it what it is. These girls know how to play. And as a result of that, the coach has actually given them quite a challenging schedule. So
that's right.
So if anyone looks at their schedule, you'd blink and look at it and go, "Oh my God, that's what kind of schedule they have to play this year." Yeah, they do. They're playing They're playing the cream of the crop out there as far as lacrosse is concerned. Maybe missing 1 or 2 top teams in the state, but he is basically putting them through the gauntlet.
That's right.
So hopefully these early games, he's had a lot of games scheduled early in the year here. Hopefully these early games get these girls, to kind of get bring a little cohesion, clean up a lot of the sloppy stuff, and so when they hit the meat of the schedule, they're well prepared and ready to go.
Well, I think the meat's coming right here. Of the first 4 games, the 3 losses were all against non-league opponents, and Melrose was our 1 league win. Coming up right here, we got 4 league games in a row, so now's when it matters.
Well, so here we go. We need this ball here. So again, Kira using the ball, using the body, and unfortunately not coming up with it there, but she was using the body. She stepped in, had advantage there for a moment, just lost her balance.
She thinks she's going to take Kira Healy. She's got another thing coming.
But Kira gets her right up, and she's right back in the mix again, chasing.
Good slide. Good slide. Oh, good. Yeah, that's a great take.
That's a great take.
That's a great take. Nice patience from the Watertown attacker.
Nice, we got 2-2
Slide
here.
comes. Doesn't take the first thing. Waits. Uses her feet. Gets a better angle.
Something to be said about always moving your feet. You can say that about a lot of sports, especially this point here. I mean, you take a little bit of a bump, you stop, you're in trouble. Get the bump, keep your feet moving. Something will open up, and it did right there. But again, Watertown they're not shy about attacking, and that's to their credit. So we got
all right,
2-2 game here. 3:20 left in the first quarter.
Critical draw. Like to see us build a lead here before the end of the first quarter.
Let's see if we can recover this here. And let's see what we got. And once again, it looks like it might be falling Watertown's way, and it does.
Unfortunate.
Watertown's moving quite well.
Watertown's been driving effectively from X, from behind the goal. I don't see anybody there ready to help.
There we go. Interesting decision there.
There we go. Here we go. Let's get a fast break going.
From the bottom.
Good look. Good look.
Right.
Oh!
Let it go.
No. Man, that was the right look. Just got to execute.
Little bad luck there. And all right.
No angle.
And looks like this might be coming Belmont's way. Bailey with the rush.
Excellent. Boxing out with the body.
Yeah.
Here we go, Belmont.
Good job, Bailey.
Let's execute this clear here.
All right, to Kira Healy, to Brooke Whalen, the goalie. Let's see. Let's get this whole set up again. All right,
we got Fiona open down here on the bottom.
Yep. Instead,
Tyler, that'll work. Up to Fiona.
And looking. All right, so look, you know what? All right, right away, the quick transition game is there. I mean, this was missing against Bedford.
That's right. Maddie Tisdale carries it down, passes it off to Sydney Munn.
All right,
back to Charlotte. Belmont's looking in control here.
Belmont's not practicing any kind of patience whatsoever. They're moving, and
Sydney rips a shot, goes wide, but Nora's there to back it up.
Okay, right back at it. Here we go, ladies. Over to Charlotte Mayo. Looking for an opportunity here. She takes it. There it is.
Goal. That's a pretty finish.
There it is. Yes, similar to the last goal that Watertown took. You know, it took a little bit of a bump, kept it going, looked for that second lane, and took it. 3-2 Belmont. Minute 26 left here in the first quarter.
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. Belmont seems to be able to score at will once we possess the ball. The issue in the game so far has been getting possession, winning the draw, winning the ground balls, and getting it safely into our offensive half.
So it looks like Lily Cook has entered the game at midfield. It looks like Fiona Rodriguez-Clark is taking the draw, giving
Natalie a breather there.
A little bit of a breather there.
And we've got Ruth Siegert, the other midfielder, in.
Okay, let's go here, and then Fiona comes up with it nicely. Excellent. And here we go. Again, right back at them. No hesitation. They're running. Fiona to Nora Goulding. Back, 1-2. Oh, she had the 1-2 pass. It's a good look. Let's see if we can come up with this. And is that Maddie?
That's Maddie.
Let's go, Maddie. Yep. All right, ladies.
It's like we're fighting each other now.
Exactly.
And there we go. And Lily Cook comes up with the ball.
All right, Cookie, way to settle it down.
Smart move, smart move.
Whoop. Okay, Sydney, good. That's it.
We got 50 seconds left to play here. Sydney looks to drive.
Charlotte. Charlotte once again looking.
Belmont staying patient.
Okay, with 38 seconds left in the first quarter here. They're probably going to set up that last shot. Look for that 4-2 win going in. 4-2 lead going in.
Lily's going to drive. Oh, that's Anna Santos.
Anna Santos, and she draws. Looks like there was a stick check high.
Is she going to get a free possession from the 8-meter? She sure is.
Okay, getting 3 behind the net here. Expecting a shot, of course. And it's
a nice save by the goalie off the foot.
24 seconds for Watertown to get this down the field. Let's see what they do. Running and passing at the same time seems to be a difficult thing for some teams. And looks like Watertown will collect it. Carrie Healy's there.
Oh.
She got turned a bit, but she recovers well. Slows it down.
Let's not give up anything easy here,
7
girls.
seconds. And look.
Oh.
And looks
All right,
like
good save
that's
by
going to be
Brooke.
the end of the first quarter. 3-2 Belmont.
Scores 3-2. Belmont currently leads. I would say Watertown dominated possession for the first half, but had a little trouble getting their shots in the goal. Belmont took advantage of the few opportunities that they had.
Percentage-wise, they'll take it. That's for sure. But here we are for the draw. Natalie's back in doing the draws right now. And
Looks like Ruth and Anna with her on midfield.
again, it's the collection of these loose balls here that seem to be an issue, and it looks like Ruth Seeger is going to... Oh, it's out of bounds. And given to Watertown. Midfield's got to get back here. Oh,
Nice check.
Nice check.
Beautiful check. I think that's Tyler
And
Mayo
that is
there.
Tyler. You
Yeah.
can tell by the way she runs. And look at the quick passes out again.
Up to Ruth.
Up to Ruth. Look at Maddie Tisdale there into Sydney Munn, who's looking for
Nice
Charlotte.
transition. Oh, it's a nice
All
pass.
right, so
Charlotte couldn't get a hold of
either
it.
Charlotte or Nora's got to get that. All
Here we
right.
go, Nora.
There we
I
go.
think Nora's going to come up
Come
with
on.
that. Oh, yeah, that's a hack right there. That's going to be Belmont ball.
No,
No.
I think Nora did the hacking.
Okay.
So, all right.
Someone was hacking.
So, here Nora's now forcing the defender outside again, going high in the stick, looking for a bit of a back check.
That's a
She's
good ride from
she's looking
Charlotte
for-
right there.
Looking for her opportunity.
Nora's swinging for the fences.
Yeah. Not shy about using that stick.
All right, let's force her out here. Oh, that's a nice check. Man.
Yeah, she's got some speed. This number is it number 33? Is it
35?
35? Okay, she's no problem using the body. I mean,
I think I would call that a charge right there.
I would think so, but
Yeah.
and that was a high check to the head there. It looks like they got it. Okay.
Excellent. All right. Belmont on the clear. Let's be smart here.
All right. All right, so look at this is again. I don't know if it's the cold weather or what, but a lot of slack little drops here. Okay, here we go. Collecting into Charlotte. Getting into Nora Goulding in the back. Back to Maddie Tisdale. Showing some patience for the first time on attack this game. Ruth
Good
Seeger
look, Ruth.
looking for an
Using her
opportunity here.
feet to generate some space.
Keeps in a,
Excellent.
All right.
Get
Dana
the defense
Santos.
unsettled. There we go.
Little burst of speed. Look for change of direction into Nora. Nora's gonna probably look for a cross pass, but nope. She just guides it off to Sydney. Sydney Munn takes the inside route.
There it is.
There it is.
Beautiful take by Sydney with the face dodge and the finish.
It's funny. You would think the defender's probably thinking the goalie's going to step out there, but the goalie didn't take the step out. All right. Again, I'm assuming that's the case on that one there, and yeah, Sydney took full advantage of that.
I was
Great,
liking the
great finish.
off-ball movement on that
Yeah.
one. Once Belmont got settled, girls really started cutting, started drawing the defenders out of position, creating a lot of confusion on the defense. Opened up that opportunity for Sydney.
Okay, so we changed out the midfield here. Looks like Cookie
Can't
back
see any
in.
numbers. I see a Lily Cook.
Lily Cook's affectionately known as Cookie by the coach, so we'll steal that. Plus-
It's Natalie on the draw.
And here comes, and there's Lily with the ball. Just what the
Showing off
doctor
that
wanted,
speed.
exactly. Got a little bit of push from behind.
And then we've got Grace McDonald there, number 23, junior midfielder.
Good to
in
see
on
Grace
midfield
out there.
as well.
Lily passed off to Nora.
Nice save there.
Little high. Again, Sydney looking for that inside route. Not there this time. It's good to see Grace back out on any field. She's coming off an ACL injury.
Oh,
Suffered at playing soccer.
it's always rough.
Yeah, so it's good to see her out there. Sydney once again taking the outside route and in, and she takes a shot. Looks like a nice save or a block, whatever, one or the other. All right, back to Charlotte. To Nora Goulding.
Nora's going to drive.
Take a drive, take a bump. Give it off to Cookie, who takes
Here
that
we go,
way.
here we go.
They're
Good
looking
defense,
for it.
good defense.
Good defense. Really well disciplined Watertown team right now. Grace McDonald looking for a play as well. Nice, dips it off.
There it is, there it is.
Again, they're giving her the inside route.
Beautiful. Switches to the left and the left-handed finish.
Once again, the defender was not ready for that inside move, and no was the goalie. I think the defender was busy watching Grace McDonald on that play, thinking she was cutting in. So when she made the quick move out to Sydney Munn.
Yeah, there were a couple cuts right in front of the goal, drew some defenders out of position. Good movement. Good job creating opportunities on the offensive end.
Great shift by Grace. Okay, looks like we have some other changes here.
We've got Mackenzie Clark there, number 4.
Okay. And Lily Cook is going to remain in. And Natalie Marrow's taking the draw. There, and Lily comes up with it once again, and with a burst of speed, takes it downfield. And decides to turn around and set it right back up. Okay, back around to Nora Goulding. Nora playing out wide to Sydney. Sydney Munn.
To Mackenzie up top.
Mackenzie up top, looking for an opportunity. Gets it back to Sydney.
Ooh,
takes a
that's going to be a
takes a high hit there. Momentum wasn't kind, that's for sure. This isn't the softest turf either in the league, I will say.
All right, Cindy's going to look for goal number 3.
I'm assuming she's going to make a good run here, and she does.
Oh,
a little bit
nice
high,
check at the
and
end.
let's
Looked
see
like a
where
good
this
check.
could go. Where could this go? It's going to Watertown. Okay.
That's unfortunate.
What happened there? It's,
the referee says it's Belmont ball.
I was just going to say, all right. That was a tough call because that looked like a lot of people were down there. Could have been anybody. Yep. Nora Goulding sets it out back out to Sydney Mount again. Bringing it around. Okay. Pushed up to Lily Cook up top. Now we're starting to see some movement in front of the goal, trying to clear a lane.
Great. Oh, that was
there
beautiful.
It is. Clear the shooting lane.
Great job.
There it
Maddie
is.
Tisdale cut across the grease, drew the defender out of the way, cleared out the shooting lane for Lily Cook to drive
That's
down.
it.
That was good teamwork.
Yeah, 100%. You can see the movement. You can see a lot more happening in front of the net. No one's standing around. Again, you got to keep the feet moving. Great shift by Lily Cook.
Great job, Lily.
Being congratulated by the coach. Hit the sidelines. Ruth Siegert's back in.
Everyone loves a high five from coach.
Of course, you take it. So Fiona Rodriguez-Clark is taking the draw. Looks like Nat's taking a bit of a breather. It's good that he switches out the midfield as much as he does. You know.
Yeah, I like seeing that today.
It's a long season. Okay, it looks like we got a win here again. All right,
Ruth Seeger comes up with the draw.
Back to Sydney Munn. Kenzie Clark. Lee Tisdale. Nora Goulding. Nora takes the corner, looking for an opportunity. Shoots a little wide, and looks like that's going to be Belmont ball. Why not? Why not take the shots? Nora moves from behind the net. Somebody takes her spot back there. It's good discipline by the team. See a lot more movement here. Again, movement.
Try and run the offense from X. It's been working well for us.
Yeah. There we go. Look at this.
Nope.
Oh, jeez. All right. I honestly thought that was going to bounce into the net.
No one
knew where the ball was, including us for a moment. So, Watertown ball. Interesting choice to leave the ball to be picked up. That tells me they probably don't trust the goalie to be passing the ball out. Something to note for later in the game. Okay, Shars. Okay, Nora and Charlotte are good way downfield attacking.
We were
That's
offsides
just defending, excuse me.
momentarily, but it didn't get called.
Yeah, but Anna Santos picked up on it and stayed back.
Is this Watertown's first offensive possession this half? This quarter? I don't think so, no. We haven't seen a lot of them on offense this quarter.
No.
Different story than the first quarter.
If that was a shooting space or a high check, I really could not tell. Looks like she's just going to shoot it. Number 5 here for Watertown.
Ooh.
And then it goes.
With a gun.
She converts, exactly. All right, so Watertown's found their way onto the board for the first time in the second quarter. It's 6-3 Belmont. 4:39 left in the second. I think, I think winning the draws, obviously, it's, and maintaining some possession, taking a lot of time off the clock the second quarter for Belmont.
All right, so Natalie Marrow comes back in for the draw. Anna Santos and Ruth Siegert in on midfield.
There we go. Ref settles. Okay, Anna Santos, she's all right. Wow, looks like this.
It's a great ground ball by Bailey.
Yep.
It's going to be Belmont ball. Bailey looks to move it quick.
And she does.
Oh!
Unfortunate, unlucky there.
Yeah.
Watertown's going to take it quickly. Okay, Watertown's showing a little bit of patience here. Trying to settle some down. Looks like I had a late sub. Got that player on the field. Moving it around. A lot more running and attacking than passing from Watertown.
That's for sure. Yeah, not as much coordinated movement like you see on the Belmont side when they're on attack.
Okay, Watertown keeping it high, Belmont staying deep. Okay.
Not sure what the plan here is for Watertown. Just wait until it feels right.
I guess you just have the feeling that, they're not looking for the pass. They're looking to create a lane maybe possibly, and someone's going to attack it. That's it. You're not going to see a 1-2-3 pass type of thing. No.
Just taking turns driving.
Someone's going to try to back in and hope for a call.
Belmont staying patient. Staying tough.
Picking up those runners.
Now Watertown looks to do something.
And here it comes again. Once
That's
again, looking for a shot.
Good
Nothing
pressure.
there.
Good
Nothing
pressure.
there.
Great job.
And
by
way
Anna
to pass
Santos.
off. And okay, a little bit of a push, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's
You
okay.
got to have some mechanism for trying to take the ball. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And here they go again, trying to come around the corner, looking for it.
Yeah.
Looks like we got
Tyler
a
was
possible
just
turnover
there,
here.
standing perfectly still.
Ball's out. Again, use your feet. Do something to kind of keep possession of it. Nope. Watertown comes up with it. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Again, 6-3 Belmont. Okay, it's an
Ball down. Here we go.
opportunity here. It's an opportunity.
We got to come up with this. Come on, girls.
Unlucky there again.
A little bit of a cross check.
Yeah, just a little slowing her down. No.
Kira's going to get called for the push.
Yep.
Got a minute 30 left to play in the half.
Okay, Kira expecting, I guess, further behind the ball. Wasn't behind the ball, I'm assuming. Clock is running down. Watertown showing some patience. Again, not a lot of movement off the ball. It happens. But I think the intent is just to create a shooting lane off the post. Get that.
Watertown's
Rebound
unlucky
available,
there.
and it's Kiri Healy. Looks like came up with it. We've
50
got
seconds
50 seconds left. Let's see if we can have a little bit of patience. That's it. Change direction.
We got Anna Santos running off at midfield.
And now
Lily
comes
Cook
Lily
running
Cook.
on. Looks like we've got Aaron Attridge in on attack, number 6 there.
Nora Gouling's picked up, came up field to pick up the ball, coming behind the net, looking for an opportunity. 30 seconds left, setting up. Nora's looking for a quick pass.
Nora smells blood.
And he's looking for somebody to take the cut.
Oh, good look. Good.
1-2.
Oh, I thought
good
that
check.
was it.
Good check. Oh, you know what? I'd rather see them try to create those kind of plays. Work on them.
A little too aggressive on the checks there.
Yeah.
The referee decides.
Okay. There we go. Let the clock go.
And that's halftime.
And that's halftime, folks. After 2, it's 6-3 Belmont. Kind of a tale of 2 quarters there. First quarter, we saw a lot of Watertown possession, a lot of aggressive movement towards the goal. Not a lot of passing, but they're always looking for a lane. Belmont didn't have the ball as much, but were able to capitalize a lot more. So here we go, and looks like Fiona Rodriguez-Clark is doing the draw. Let's see what we got going on here. We have Natalie Merrow at midfield and Anna Santos at midfield. Secondary, here we.
It's got to be Anna right there.
And this ball's still on the ground, still being contested, and interesting, Watertown does come up with it. Didn't see the play there, but looks like Watertown's ball. Okay, we saw in the second quarter, Watertown gets the ball. They weren't, again, looking more to attack and less likely to pass. So if they're passing, it's just possession and waiting and trying to be patient. But overall, they're not passing to create goals. They're attacking the net when they have the opportunity. And there's a great example of it right there.
That's exactly it.
So that's their game plan.
Not much of an offense other than
that
hero ball.
Yeah. So.
Well, it's up to Belmont to stop it.
But they maintain possession here.
Slide.
Maintain possession here.
Got to help. Got to double team the girl driving the ball. Force the turnover. And here we get another drive.
Yep, get another drive. She's now looking to keep on going here. Keeps her legs moving. A lot of switching off, and there's a pass that probably the player wasn't waiting for. Didn't expect to have.
It's Nat fighting at the ground ball, and once again, it's going to stay Watertown.
I know that ball's on the ground. To me, that should be a free and open ball. I mean,
yeah, we lose too many of those.
Yeah.
Getting a little tied up here.
Okay.
Good switch. Eventually.
A little purposeful traffic, I guess. Again, body's moving, cutting across, but not really cohesive, if you know what I'm saying. It's not like things are done in conjunction or choreographed in a way where the movement creates a lane. It's just movement. Okay, people looking for the passes, but you know it's not coming. So, number 5's looking for an opportunity to cut in. Continues to carry and move. Again, looking for an opportunity. Okay. Again, another 50-50 ball lost and picked up in Watertown goal.
Yeah, that's not a very intimidating looking offense. Belmont's got to do more with that.
So that makes it 6-4 here with 9:36 left in the third. Lily Cook coming in the midfield here. Fiona Rodriguez-Clark has taken the draw once again. Ruth Siegert's in midfield as well.
Defense is having a powwow, trying to figure out what their plan is. I mean, if that whole possession was pretty much number 5 just jogging around until
100%.
Someone had their back turned and then went to net. And then it was a loose ball in front of the goal that Watertown came up with.
Okay, loose ball here.
Gotta win some of these ground balls. There you
go.
Lily,
Use
instead
your
of
body.
checking the stick, using the body. That was
Use
a
the body.
great
100%.
play by Lily
more
Cook
of that.
right there.
Oh, took a wee bit of a bump there. Keeps it going. Took another bump. Maintains possession. Okay, ladies, let's just get this back.
All right, Belmont looks to settle down.
Back to Nora
Possession
Goulding
in
behind
the
the net.
offensive half.
Charlotte Mayo. Lily Cook. And to Anna Santos. Well, good check from Watertown. Anna recovers. Up to Maddie Tisdale. Back to Nora Goulding. Nora Goulding looking. I'm sorry, Sydney Munn, forgive me.
Oh, it's a great feed.
That's it.
All right, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a assist from Sydney Munn to the goal scored by senior co-captain Charlotte Mayall. That was a great feed.
Sydney had me faked out. I thought it was Nora behind the net.
I also thought it was Nora back there.
Yeah, couldn't see until she came up from behind the goalie, and it was Sydney. Great play, great feed. Again, that's the type of play you're not seeing from Watertown, right? So I'd like to see more of that from Belmont.
All right, well, it all starts with the draw.
Okay, so Natalie's back in here doing the draw. Natalie Merrill once again. All right, so now he's able to maintain that one. Yep, takes it.
She comes down on the fast break. It's a tough pass right there.
A little behind her, and looks like
a great decision.
Unfortunate, but you know what? Okay, Nora just kind of
got a great pressure on the ride there. I think Charlotte's going to come up with that.
And Nora's keeping it in, and hopefully coming up with it. Someone needs to come up with it. It's a Watertown ball.
All right, Nora on the ride. Get some help from Maddie and Sydney.
Yeah.
All right, I thought she went out of bounds.
Yeah, Watertown looks like they're going to get that call the whole time, though. Okay, let's see what they do this time. See if they mix it up or it's going to be more of the same.
I'm loving the pressure down here.
Yep, well, nice little check from Lily. Can Matt come up with it? Yes,
yeah,
she does. Yep, keep going. All right. I mean, you got to, exactly, give her that. Kim City's got a little pressure from behind. Well, you got to give Watertown a lot of credit here. A lot of pressure from behind.
We got to control the ball.
A lot of pressure from behind.
Sydney Munn takes a stumble.
Another spill for Sydney.
Her
goggles are off.
Safety timeout here.
Once that eye gear comes off, they have to stop play.
All right, Belmont with possession. Ruth Seeger with the ball up top.
Oh, she created a nice little space for herself.
Oh, it was gorgeous. I thought for sure that was going in.
And Charlotte Mayo with the rebound. Here we go. Here we go. Back up top. Lily Cook.
Lily's going to drive here.
Now she's going to shoot. And looks like
goes wide. It's going to be Belmont ball.
City recovers. Off to Maddie. Back to Sydney, out back again. Sydney looking to drive that inside lane. Looks like they've kind of fixed that little move, made that go away. Some bumping and
we got a charge call.
Sydney won that inside lane back. Looks like they weren't going to give it to her this time. Another deep ball turnover from Belmont. 7-4 here in the third with 6:15 left. There's a little...
Oh, come on. Ref, I disagree with these calls.
I just think at this point in time where you have numerous players barreling down on that player, it almost seems like it's going to fall that player's way, you know? And here she comes into the Belmont zone. Okay, Carrie Healy there. A nice little transition.
And you can see the Belmont players getting frustrated with some of these calls. These
little bumps are...
These bumps are allowed. It's an allowed part of the game of lacrosse.
And there it is. That's a great... There you go. Belmont wins one there. Okay, we'll take it.
All right.
Great heads-up play. So Nora's shown again here for Brooke. Let's see if she sees her.
Oh.
Don't want to do that.
That's rough.
Yeah. One of those ones coach wishes he had back. And, you know, the pass might have come a bit too late there. So it's 7-5 Belmont with 5:09 left.
All right, Natalie Marrow back in for the draw.
Lily Cook and Ruth Seagard out there.
Things just really aren't falling Belmont's way. I mean, got the lead, but Belmont looks like the better team
On so many levels.
on so many levels.
But again, a little sloppy, and you got to give Watertown a little credit.
That's right. Generating some
here.
turnovers. Yep.
And here goes.
Belmont not protecting the ball.
And by the way, we need to note that last draw, that's all three of those players are sophomores that are out there right in that draw circle. It's worth noting. Still a
That's
young
exciting.
Young team with a lot of experience, so it's good to see the coach is going to have them for a couple more years. Okay.
All right, that's
As
great.
Bailey
D.
combo comes up with it.
There we go.
Great. Good job, Bailey.
All right, let's protect the ball on the clear.
Okay. Kira has no
Kira
problem running it
threading.
out. She's got a nice long stride here. Come on.
She sure does. Oh,
Yeah,
now
a
she's
little
got
bit of
5 defenders.
Exactly.
And still gets the ball out.
Okay.
Lily's going
Lily
to
keeps it
go
going.
aggressive in transition.
Another little bump there.
All right, Belmont, I'd like to see us settle it down a little bit.
Julia Leveroni on for Kira Healy, who needs a breather for sure.
Ruth Seeger drawing the defense.
Natalie Murrow wide open in the
Beautiful.
slot. Okay.
Ruth Seeger right there
Head up.
with the drive, draws 3 defenders, leaving Natalie Marrow wide open on the crease. Ruth finds her, and Nat puts it away. Love the teamwork.
Something they said for keeping your head up too, right? Looking there, you have the ball, you're getting harassed, but you still maintain your composure and look for that open pass. If you got 3 players on you, there's got to be somebody wide open.
Somebody's open, that's right.
Exactly. So, way to keep her head up. That's the IQ part of the game. That's not often acknowledged. Okay, looks like we have a switch out of midfield once again. Natalie Marrow still doing the draw. Anna Santos is back in, along with Mackenzie Clark.
Number 5's going free to the goal.
Okay, so
Bailey Combo picks it up.
again, she's pretending the pass is going to happen. There it is. So 3:13 left, 8-5 Belmont. Watertown in possession, deep in the Belmont zone.
Oh, that's a great stick there.
Yep, great defense.
Here we go. Transition.
There we go.
Maddie
Here's the
Tisdale
quick transition again.
looking up,
Matt Tisdale.
Looking to move it.
Nora
Carrying it down.
Goulding asking for it. What? All right, so coach just calmed him down, asking for patience. Okay. Slowing things down with 2:48 left. Shot Mayell up to Natalie Marrow.
Belmont working it around. Settling down a little bit. Letting everybody get a touch.
A little high pass there, but again, there's a quick turnover. Belmont just forced the ball back. Good job. Way to keep it. It's Belmont ball.
All right, we got 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Nora Goulding drives the goal.
Looking for a pass.
Ball
Oops.
down.
Oh, quick turnover. Oh, and then forced another one.
Loose ball right in front of the goal. Belmont can't seem to come up with those.
Yep. Nora Goulding way back from behind the net to come up to do a little stick check from behind. Anna Santos is riding 35.
Good pickup by Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey Campbell did a nice job tonight.
We got a minute and a half left in the quarter.
8-5. If you're Watertown, you want to try to make it a little bit closer here. Protect the ball. You can hear the coach saying, don't force it. Slowing it down, looking for their lane. Natalie Merrill keeping her wide. They'll switch off. Good defending from Belmont. Good communication. Girls are moving. Belmont's on them. Again,
That's for sure.
Again, they're acting like they're trying to set up that pass in the lane. $37 seconds left. Good defending. All right.
It's a great save.
They forced
it's good
it.
defense.
They forced it.
They sure did.
Okay, Sydney was looking for it. Yep, it looks like they're trying to. They're going to force Brooke to make a play here. I think after that last giveaway, Brooke was a little. Nice save. Brooke was a little hesitant on distributing after that last one. And looks like Belmont, again, a little bit too much.
Yeah, Belmont is just sloppy today.
You're going to wonder if the hands are cold or not having the touch. That's the end of the third. Low scoring third. And the wind is kicking up. It's getting a little colder. Like we said, the early part of the game, it's just going to be both teams have to play in this, but it has been a bit sloppy. Here we are at the draw right now.
Fiona in this time.
With Natalie Merrow and probably Ruth Seegert over there.
Seegert
Yeah, it looks like it's Ruth. Looks like Anna Santos has dropped into the defense. Quick turnover again, and Watertown wins it back. Interesting to see if Watertown changes their tactic. It's been pretty much the same way the whole game. But here they are within striking distance, so to speak. Do you think they'll start playing a little bit more urgency?
I think if I'm Watertown, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going. I'm going to stick with the same offense. At some point, the clock becomes an issue. You're down 3 goals.
Yep, and there's the turnover right there deep, and that's going to be Belmont ball. Fiona just did just enough to make that player passing hesitated to force the turnover.
Let's see if Belmont can take care of the ball here on this.
Fiona brings in right to Anna Santos.
Anna's going to run that up.
Okay, right away, quick block.
Ooh. Yeah, and that's going to be a penalty right there. She's going to the box.
Into the sin bin she goes.
That was overly aggressive.
Yep. Well, shown the yellow card.
So Belmont's going to be man up.
Okay, he's forced. He wants him wide. He wants some space opened up for Anna. Anna Santos coming down. Quickly out to United Tisdale.
Good patience there by Belmont on the clear.
Again, Belmont's a player up.
Just dropping some passes.
Whoops.
It's a push from behind. I think that's going to stay Belmont ball.
Yeah. We push from behind. Looks like that's Charlotte, right? Looks like Charlotte's up.
Yeah, that was Charlotte.
Charlotte Mayo with bringing the ball in. Off to Anna Santos. To Ruth Seegert. Okay. A lot of movement there.
That looks like a set play by Belmont.
Another set play and a little stick to the head.
And is that going to be a free possession for Charlotte?
Looks like it is.
All right. Yeah, so that was a design play by Belmont right there. The coach was calling in from the sideline.
As I mentioned before, this isn't the softest turf, so these girls hitting the ground, it hurts, especially in this cold weather. And Charlotte
converts
and finishes.
Earns the penalty.
Shakes the sting of it off and delivers and finishes.
All right, Belmont extends their lead to 4 goals.
9-5 here with 9:37 left in the fourth. Watertown with the player in the sin bin. Belmont still playing the player up.
So Watertown will pull one of their attackers back to help out on the draw.
Fiona Rodriguez-Clark in the draw. Natalie Merrow and Ruth Seegert. So boxed out. Natalie's boxed out, and looks like Watertown will maintain possession. Kira Healy behind the net.
Yeah, if you're a Belmont defender, you got to be frustrated at all the just jogging around the Watertown players are doing. Hard to stay patient when other team's not even moving the ball.
There's a great check
Gorgeous
there,
check.
Fiona. And off to Sydney Munn.
And
Here's that
removing it.
quick transition again. There we go. Sydney's looking. A little drop back pass to
beautiful.
Charlotte.
Oh, what a great
block.
look.
And a great
Maddie comes
take
up with the ground
Maddie Tisdale.
ball.
Great stuff. Keep it. Keep the pace going, ladies.
Move it, move it. There it is. There it is.
Oh,
It's you, Ruth.
that's it.
Gorgeous.
That's it. That's good stuff, ladies. A lot of confidence there. All starts from a great check and a great recovery.
That's
from
right.
Fiona
That's
Rodriguez-Clark
exactly
back to the
right.
defense. And again, head is up, passes downfield quickly. Watertown, a lot of bodies up, could not recover. And that created two or three opportunities at the goal there. So, great job by Belmont. So once again, looks like Fiona Rodriguez-Clark is in for the draw. Mackenzie Tierney comes in for the. Sorry, Mackenzie Clark. Forgive me. Mackenzie Clark comes in for the defensive slot for Fiona to cover it. She'll move into midfield after the draw happens. Backward
Fiona's
flip.
going to get that all on her own here.
Yeah, the backward flip wins her own ball.
Great job.
Great. Again, quick transition. And head is up. She's looking for the pass. Quick down to Sydney Munn.
That's a good check from the Watertown defender there on Sydney Munn.
Yeah, Sydney was seeing that
Generating
inside
the
run.
turnover. Belmont again riding aggressively.
Nora Goulden chasing from behind, looking for the back check.
Good discipline from.
Yeah.
I thought that was great discipline from Charlotte Mayall there. I did not see the penalty.
10-5 Belmont, 7:35 left in the game. Watertown deep. Looking for the backdoor opportunity. I got a push. Okay, Watertown laying up for a shot here. Brooke Whalen's been good tonight. All right, good. Seeing Billy making that move to get the inside slot. Whoops.
They're going to call a early release.
Yeah, looks like it.
So we'll retry the free possession from the 8-meter. And it's going to be another foot race. Lily Cook's going to try and race her in.
Billy once again getting that inside slot behind the net. Hopefully, if that's a miss, she's collecting it. Like I said, there's Bailey. Right there,
Yep.
just like we asked for. No one was covering that originally. She moved into that slot just before the shot was made.
All right, here we go. Looking okay in transition so far.
And off to Nora Goulding. Takes it back to midfield. Oh, Nora. There you go. She goes.
A high check. Nora maintains possession. Not sure what the whistle's for.
Timeout.
Timeout.
That's
Belmont.
good. Timeout, Belmont.
All right, 5:51 left in the game. Belmont leads 10-5.
Cold, dreary, windy night at Harris Field in Belmont. At this point in time, coach just probably tell him, look, 6 minutes left. Just under 6 minutes left. Got a 5-goal cushion here. Let's just be smart. Let's play our game. Let's protect the ball. They're going to be coming for us.
That's right.
Expect a lot more stick action and a lot more people swinging at it.
Yep.
You know, again, your hands are cold. Let's call it what it is. Your hands are cold, and that stick is not. It doesn't have any warming properties. So, so when someone hits that stick, it's got to be vibrating and it hurts. So, hopefully hopefully they've been running around for so long that they're warm. But from the looks of it, I don't know. Some look good. Some still look cold out there. So
I think they look pretty cold when they're taking a break on the sideline.
They look pretty cold. So
I'm not envious.
Yeah. Referees just blew the whistle to get the game going.
So curious what we're going to do coming out of this timeout.
Belmont possession on this ball here. By the way, Watertown's back to full strength. Players out of the bin.
I could see Belmont trying to work a set play here, work on something they've drawn up in practice but haven't had time to work on. I could also see them just having a plan of working the ball around and milking some time off the clock.
Yep. I know the ball should be right over where Charlotte
Start on the
is.
far side of the
Yep.
field.
You know where Charlotte is, number 21.
Over here.
Okay, ball's in. After Lily Cook. Kenzie Clark.
Indeed, Belmont works it around.
To Nora Goulding.
Let's see if they run a play. Not yet.
Caroline Scanlon has entered the game. Another sophomore player. Number 12, playing the high attack. Low attack, excuse me.
Good movement off ball.
Lily Cook looking for an opportunity. Shoots. Scores.
Gorgeous shot.
Not afraid to shoot. Love it. She doesn't need a lot of space, you know? She makes that first move and releases, that quick release. You know, she doesn't give anybody the opportunity to recover.
All right, looks like Fiona and Ruth are scheming here on the draw.
So we have Fiona Rodriguez-Clark taking the draw with Ruth Seegert. Ruth kind of battling for position here. Lily Cook on the opposite side. And looks like this ball's going to fall to Watertown. 4:47 left, 11-5 Belmont in the fourth. Not a lot of time for Watertown here.
Someone's going to need to pick her up.
Yep. Ellie Baird has entered the game at defense. Number 18.
Sloppy pass by number 5, Watertown.
Tyler Mayall.
Tyler Mayall picks it up. Tisdale comes back for the clear.
Oh, she lays it off to
It's a good check.
Charlotte. Charlotte Mayall. He's going to calm things down, take it wide. Sends it down to Nora Goulding behind the net. Notice slows it down. Scanlon. Got to get her in game, get some touches in here.
Up to McKenzie.
Lily Cook. Bringing it around. 3:29 left. Now we're seeing some movement, looking for an opportunity here. Little 1-2s. Back to Nora Goulding behind the net. Back to Tisdale. Okay. Approaching 3 minutes left.
Curious what Belmont's got planned here.
Short of just killing the clock. Nora Goulding coming up high. You don't see her there. Using some of her speed. Take a bump. No, nothing there for her. A little bit of a swing.
Pops it back out. Good decision.
Yeah, nothing there. She
Keep
had
it
two players
moving.
in front of her. Like that, she took the opportunity. Okay, again, another lane cleared. Nice save by the Watertown goalie there. Pretty much the same.
Pretty much an identical shot from Lily there.
Identical shot. Didn't beat her this time.
Stick side hip.
All right, so little hesitation from that goalie, like I mentioned earlier, but she was able to get it away. And Nora Goulding's chasing down the Watertown player here.
Kira Healy meets the ball carrier.
2 minutes left.
Number 5.
Yeah, and Brooke
It's
Whalen
all
comes up
right.
with it. Okay. Just protect the ball, ladies. Kira Healy to Maddie Tisdale. Maddie, a little bit of a dodge. She's got some help in the middle. There you go.
Good
with
work on the
Seeger.
clear, ladies.
Into, looks like Grace McDonald is. Grace McDonald, a little bit of a roll. Takes it towards Scanlon. Back to Tisdale. Julia Leveroni entering the game for Fiona Rodriguez-Clark. Great game from Fiona.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, reset. Charlotte Mayall. 1:09 left. 11-5.
Ruth was trying to feed Caroline Scanlon.
Well, look at this
there.
1-2. Can we get it? Yes, we do.
All
There we
right.
go.
All right, with 59 seconds left in the game, Belmont moves up 12-5. So good looking fourth quarter here.
Much better, for sure. A little more confidence.
Seems like once the win was in hand,
Yeah.
Belmont relaxed. And
Yeah.
finally started putting it together, protecting the ball, being patient on offense, patient on the clears. Yeah, we're just playing a little too frantic most of the game. But either way, we'll take a W.
See, it looks like Ruth is taking the straw.
All right. And is that Grace McDonald
That's
there?
Grace McDonald and Lily Cook in the midfield, and falls right to. Oh, look at this. Ruth gets her own ball. Up top to Cookie. To Grace McDonald. Scanlon. To Goulding. Yeah, they're just gonna. 35 seconds left. No shots. You hear Coach yelling, no shots. So he just wants to close this game out right now at 23. He's
pass it around.
made it loud and clear what he wants. You know, he just wants possession at this point in time. No need. Okay, now Watertown trying to press a little bit higher here, not let them just have it, which is, fair to them. The Tisdale, 5 seconds left. And 2 and 1, and there we have it, folks.
All right.
Final,
Well, it's
12-5, Belmont over Watertown here at Harris Field on a rainy, cold, windy night.
Belmont moves to 2-3 overall, but 2-0 in league play.
Critical win at a critical time, coming off of, again, a not so great of a show last Saturday. think this is the kind of performance they needed just to kind of collect themselves, give themselves a little bit of confidence, and right back at it later this week.
That's right. Wednesday, Belmont travels to Wakefield, and then followed up by a tough matchup at Reading on Friday.
2 more league games, but 2 crucial league games. So, again, the final, 12-5 Belmont, Harris Field. I'm Sean Goulding. Thank you very much.
I'm Will Tisdale. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night.